What's going on, guys? Your boy, Coach Anthony. Of course, we got none other than Fast Eddie Chambers, and we just wanted to go ahead and remind you, I am offering every single course on my...
What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So I was a little bit bored tonight, man. And I was like, you know what, man? I want to go live. I want to go live. I want to talk to the people. I didn't really have too much to talk about. You know what I mean? I've been real busy lately. Got a lot going on my side. So, but I just felt like getting on here and going live. But then I went ahead and I got a DM from somebody in my private community. And they were like, yo, coach, we want our fight. Yo, coach, we want our fight. So I called them immediately. And he's actually part of my Coach Anthony 2.0 program. I send him the workouts. I give him pointers. He trains his son. And when he told me that they won today, man, I got super excited. So I told him, and listen, man, I'm going to go ahead and, bring you on here and talk to you about it. You know what I mean? So he'll be getting on here soon to talk a little bit about their victory tonight, man. It's kind of really dope when somebody I know from the community fights in an amateur fight and actually wins, right? It's real cool, man. Last week, obviously, we had Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis. I don't think that I got on here and talked too much about it, but I talked about it a lot on my Instagram and stuff like that. So obviously, I had my thoughts on that particular fight. I thought that Ryan Garcia could have definitely fought a whole lot better than he did. I thought he gave up a lot of stuff that he didn't have to give up. I don't know if he would have won the fight if he would have did things differently, but I definitely know that he could have did a lot better as far as performance goes. I don't know what he was thinking, but yo, I already sent you the link, Alfredo. So when you're ready to get in here, click that link, get in here, man. I want to talk to you about the fight, man. We got my man Cal in the building. Coach, what would you recommend for a new beginner that doesn't have much experience, and how do you overcome getting punched? I recommend that you start off learning the fundamentals. I suggest you start off like everybody else. You know what I mean? You go to a boxing gym and you learn the basics and the fundamentals. If that doesn't work, if you don't have access to a gym, if you don't have access to somebody who can coach you, I highly recommend my courses, right? That's the reason for Build You from the Ground Up 1.0. That is the reason I designed these courses. Build You from the Ground Up 1.0 is perfect for a person who's never boxed before. You shouldn't be worried about getting punched at this point because you shouldn't be sparring yet. Sparring at this particular stage in your journey, to me, is not what you need to be focusing on. What you need to be focusing on is the fundamentals, the stance, hand placement, chin tuck, elbows in, catching jabs, throwing your punches with proper form and technique. That's what's important. Working the line, understanding your footwork. Everything that I teach in my courses, that's what you should be learning either with a coach in a gym or through my courses that I've already designed to get you from point A to point B. Let me go ahead and bring in my man Carlos in the building.
How you doing, Coach?
Carlos, man. So let me tell you, man, when you shot me that DM, it's crazy because I was actually I actually just put up a thing on my YouTube and said, should I go live tonight? Like, I was just kind of like feeling anxious, right? Like, I wanted to do something and I didn't have any plans to go live tonight. And you literally emailed me at the right time and was like, hey, we won our fight.
Yes.
So I want to talk to you a little bit about that. I want you to talk to me a little bit about the fight. First, tell people how we got together. From your perspective, this is a real person. This isn't an actor. This is somebody I hired. This is a real person who, you know, I've been dealing with now for quite some time. Let people know how we met each other and what you actually do and what your boy Aiden is doing.
Well, I actually train my son now, and I was looking for help from someone else that had more experience than me. I've been in the game for a while, but I know I needed someone else to help me. And I've been following you for a while, like for a couple of years already. You know, we took pictures with you at the Nationals when Aiden was like 8 years old, 9 years old. and we've been doing it for a while. But how I met you is through your 2.0 program. I decided to join your program. I decided to join the program. I decided to invest in it. And that's how I got in contact with Coach Anthony. And it's honestly, it's been I was kind of iffy with online coaching and stuff like that. But I was like, man, I knew I gave it a try, and it's the best experience ever, like it's ever. So that's how I met Coach Anthony. We linked up. I bought his program, and I DM'd him, and he contacted me right away. We set up a call, and that's how I met Coach Anthony.
Great, man. And thank you for saying that, man, because I know a lot of people are skeptical and a lot of people might say, man, can online coaching be real? I don't really think that people don't trust me as an individual, because the people who do follow me have been pretty loyal supporters. And I believe that they know that they're dealing with somebody legitimate. But I think the skepticalness is, can I learn online? Can I learn from being so far away? Like, don't I got to go to a gym? Don't I got to hit a heavy bag or the mitts in front of him? Can you just talk to them a little bit about how you've been able to learn from me, even though I'm not in the gym with you guys, from your perspective?
Oh, it's been easy. It's easy to follow instructions. The program you have, the program how you have it set up, the text messaging, the phone calls, the questions every once in a while, I'm on the private, messenger, and I have you right there. Hey coach, just like the other day, you called me, and Aiden was training. You were watching him, and you were telling me little tips. Hey, have him move his head when he throws a left hook, or little stuff like that. It's it's just stuff that you have to do. Like you tell me to do it, and I have to go out there and put in the work as well. But it's stuff that they you never, like stuff that you don't see. Like you can sit there and you can try to do stuff, but then when you have someone else that's been in the game for a while to explain it and break it down the way you've done, the workouts, the program that you set up for us was, it's nice. It's the way you set it up, coach, it's so easy to follow. The personal, besides all the courses, like I'm using those courses on some of the newer guys. I'm using the the principles, of defense. I'm using some of that stuff, like the Philly shell system. I have Aiden doing some of that bending of the waist, turning the shoulder. You know, uh, it's so much that you can't. You can't do it all. You have to get little bit every time. This is what I do is I go on the program, I look for the courses, I watch a video, and I take it to the gym, and I work on that for a couple of days, and I still keep working and working till we get it down till
And you're doing it right. And what's crazy is the way I designed the Master Boxing bundle. And we're gonna get into your fight, man. I don't want to keep talking about my stuff. I don't want this to
Okay.
I don't want it to sound like an infomercial. But the truth is, I just want the people who are skeptical to understand is, you know, I've given so much information in that Master Boxing bundle. Like it's really like a whole boxing career's worth of information. I just think that people don't really understand like how much information's in there. And the way you're doing it is correct. You're finding what needs to be worked on and you're
Right.
taking a couple of things. And the thing is, Aiden is how old?
He's 15.
And 15, right? So let's just say when he's 20,
Yeah,
that Master Boxing bundle's still gonna be applicable to him.
gonna be there.
And that's what people don't really understand. So like when I sell it for the price that I'm selling it for, I had some of my advisors tell me like, you're giving away way too much, way too cheap. You should be selling just one of those courses for the price of the bundle, and help people work through one course at a time. But the way I decided to do it was, look, I just want everybody to just have it, because when you're able to, in 3 years, you'll go back to my stuff and say, damn, man, Coach Ant really gave me like a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want. I want you to have something to take with you for the long haul.
There's so much there. I mean, honestly, I haven't watched all of them, man. I mean, there's so much stuff there that you can watch all of them in one day, but you can't do it all of it. It's just so much stuff that you can do. Like you can work on certain stuff for 1 week, and then you go back and you do another thing for another week, and then there's so much there. I mean, honestly, there is a lot. But the program, the courses has helped us, but really, really, really helped Coach is the personal program that you made for Aiden. I mean, it took Aiden to a different level. I mean,
so let's talk about that. Let's talk about the personal program, and then let's talk about the success you guys had today, right? Because you guys fought today.
Yes, we fought today. Aiden performed greatly. We had a couple of fights before this one today, and Aiden, me and you talked about, you told me, hey, Aiden needs to do this, he needs to do that. You guys need to work on this. He wasn't throwing enough jabs, So you told me, put him on, do these sprints, do these workouts. And we done them through the whole camp. And when Aiden got up there, he surprised me the way he performed, because we were doing certain things, but we weren't doing enough. We needed certain things, to look better, do better, and but the program, it's so easy. You put it so easy, Coach. It's easy to follow the way you put it. You sent it in an email, and I have it there for life. It's there for life. And I don't just use it for Aiden. I use it for my other guys I help. I put them on the program, and
how many guys are you working with right now?
Right now I only have 5 guys right now.
Don't say only. That's a lot of guys for one coach.
I only have 5 right now, amateur guys that I'm helping, and they're going, they're getting better, they're improving. I got a couple of them that I have on the line on a 2.0 right now. I've had them for like a month or 2 already. They're improving a lot. So, I could use that not just for Aiden, but I could use that for,
you could use it. Honestly, you could use that stuff with professional fighters. I've given you stuff that you can use really at any level. Like it just, all right. So let's just give an example, right? Just so you, and this is me talking to you like if I was talking to you privately, right?
Exactly.
So let's just say I gave you, I want you to do 4 rounds of shadow boxing, 6 rounds of heavy bag work, some double M work, some sprinting, whatever, right? It's whatever I decide to do.
Right.
When I give you that program, no matter what level you're working at, right? That's going to determine for that particular athlete. So if you are working with a beginner, the shadow boxing is working the line, right? That's working the line, because shadow boxing for beginners is the line, where shadow boxing for an advanced guy is in the ring and moving around and cutting his angles or whatever. The heavy bag work is the same exact thing. You work on with that athlete what needs to be worked on with that particular athlete. And I think that's the difference between like the program that I've been offering, which is the more, obviously the more expensive program where I'm working with you side by side, is that I get to look at what you have, and you can come to me and I can really make it customized to you. And boxing is very customized. Boxing isn't a cookie cutter sport where you could just do the same thing. Everybody could do the same thing. You have to learn the fundamentals, and that's where the courses come in. It teaches you the fundamentals. But when it comes to designing and programming, that's where you have to know your athlete, or you have to know yourself and be honest with yourself and say, okay, well, I only could do 2 rounds on the bag, 2 rounds. That's okay. I can
Yeah,
only do 1 round. That's okay. Let's
okay.
build it. Let's grow. And because it'll eventually get better.
It will. It will. Honestly, it's the last workout you sent Aiden. Remember, you told me, "Hey, have him do this." You know, you seen him. You know, he needs to throw the jab more. We worked on the jab for almost like a week. We were doing the jab, and you know, we done it the way you told us to do it. His jab was the key punch in the fight. You know, his jab was winning his fight, and you know, I know I'm getting into the fight now, but you know, he was beating this other kid. He was longer and taller, but the kid didn't have a very good jab. But Aiden kept beating him to the jab, and he was working off the jab, and he was working the angles like you
Give me
really
1 second. Give me 1 second.
go ahead, coach.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. Sorry about that. So yeah, he was working the jab. He was working off his angles, and your boy switches beautiful. He got beautiful angles. He does a lot of good stuff. So uh, anyway, continue. Go back to that.
Yeah, he actually, you know, me and you talked that one day, you know, I think it was a Saturday or Sunday, and you were watching Aiden, you know, and you told me, hey, have him switch, have him give me some angles, and you know, you were watching him shadow box, and hey, have
Yeah,
him
yeah,
do,
yeah. When I watched him,
yeah. So we worked on all that, you know, we worked on that, we worked on his jab, we worked on his conditioning. You know, we weren't doing sprints. We weren't doing the sprints the program you set. You know, we had certain ways, different workouts that you put on the program. You know that really took him to the next level, honestly. And I mean the program that you put out for us, man, is the best thing, man, that's ever happened to us, Aiden, in his journey. You know, in this.
bring Aiden. Is Aiden available to talk?
Yeah, he's right here. Aiden,
Bring him in. I want to hear what he's got to say as the fighter.
yeah, here you go. Here you go, Aiden. Hey, coach, you're live, so.
Yeah, what's going on, Aiden? So what's up? Congratulations again.
Thank you.
So go ahead, talk to your dad. Saying a lot of good things about the workouts. Obviously, as a coach, he likes it because he wants to see the best for you. But
Yep.
how do you feel as the fighter doing these exercises and some of the things that I've suggested for you guys?
Honestly, it feels great. Like each and every single time, the runs, the bag work, the conditioning drills, the stuff that you have planned for us, it really helps in camp. Like afterwards, after the gym, I remember I used to get out of the gym not satisfied. Like I would get out of the gym, it's like I didn't really work hard this day. But with these plans that you have for us, these training methods, they really help like boost my stamina. They boost pretty much everything, my strength, my ability, my focus. Like it helps me be more into the fight. Like especially it raises my confidence. Like in this fight, I feel the most confident I could ever been.
So talk to me about that. What made you feel so confident? Was it your stamina or
Just the hard work I put into the gym, the hard work that the things that you helped us work on in the camp, the training methods. It just boosted me to throw more. It just boosted me to understand, to stay focused, stay confident, that to trust in my ability and the hard work that you gave us.
so talk to us a little bit about you being a taller guy. You reminded me of Javante Davis versus Ryan Garcia right now, being the shorter guy, beating the taller guy to the jab and working the outside. Talk to me what you did to control the jab. I mean, because a lot of people who are shorter, right, they don't think they could beat the taller guy to the jab. They don't think that they could, work the outside. Talk to us, you from a fighter's perspective, how you were able to pull that off.
Really, what I did beginning around starting off, I already knew the way in. I saw he was longer. I saw how tall he was, but what I really did the first round, I started filling him out. I started doing these feints, like just to try to see if he would bite off of him, make him overcommit to see if he can overcommit on a punch where I could catch him, catch him. It's really about maintaining distance. It's knowing where your distance is at. So what I basically did is every time he would throw a shot, I would take a little tiny step back, make him overcommit, hit him with the right hand, or any time that he would throw the jab, I would parry it and hit him with my jab. Or anytime he would get close and he would kind of duck his head and kind of just rush in with his long arms, I would just check hook him, like move around him, maneuver him. I would maintain the distance I had, my reach to hit him and to where the ability I could hit him and he couldn't hit me. Just maintaining that range where I could hit him and he couldn't hit me.
Man, that's so dope to hear, man. And just listening to you speak, man, you sound like an educated boxer. You sound like an intelligent boxer. A lot of boxers don't even know what they're doing. They're just working off of natural ability, where you're actually thinking in there. You're actually knowing why you're doing what you're doing. And that's what's going to take you to the next level. Did you guys record the fight?
Yeah.
You guys did record the fight, so later on I'm gonna watch that. I want to watch it. I didn't get a chance to see it, y'all. So this is gonna be a first for me. I definitely want to see the fight. I want to see how you perform. I want to see what we could do better, because you can always do better even when you win. You know what I'm saying? You can always take something good away from your fights even when you lose. So that's the beautiful thing about amateur boxing. Amateur boxing is simply education. It's simply to learn. I tell this to all my guys. You can never take winning too seriously or losing too seriously in amateur boxing, because it's all experience. This is going to get you prepared for the professional ranks. I told you this earlier. You're 15. Before you know it, you will be 18 years old, and you will be thinking about making that leap to either professional boxing, or maybe you'll stay amateur, or maybe you may decide you want to go be a doctor. I don't know. But at the end of the day, this is all a great experience for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, coach. Yeah, even what you said about the amateur experience and stuff, it really got to me, because I remember going into fights and I would be scared to lose. Like my record, I would always think, man, what do people say like this about me, my record? But you told me, I remember, look at a loss as a learning experience, taking that L as something that you learn from, not an actual loss, but a learning experience to bounce back and do better. Yeah, that's helped me a lot.
Absolutely, man, because you got to think about the people judging you. You got to think about the people who's judging you. A lot of the people who are judging you never done nothing like this before. You see what I'm saying? It's easy to judge somebody when they've never done it. You ever seen that post where you got like the fat guy with potato chips on his chest, and he's like, yo, man, I would have took the punch like this or whatever. It's like a funny post. Like, bro, that's literally the people who are judging you, because anybody who's boxed before seriously, competitively, understands how difficult this is. Understands, like today, I'll give you an example. So I pulled my lower back a couple of weeks ago. Long story, I'm not going to get into it. I'm just now getting better. I'm recovering. I'm working through it, right? And I go to the gym today, and I'm hitting the heavy bag at LA Fitness real light. Like, you know how you see Floyd Mayweather hit the bag. I just want to move my hands and get myself back into a motion. And there's a guy next to me who never boxed before, and he's swinging as hard as he can, and he's trying to kill the heavy bag, and he's ripping it. And it just shows me the inexperience that a lot of people have. Like an experienced boxer would have came in, saw me just touching the bag, and they would have saw him, and they would have been able to say, this guy really boxed before. This guy definitely didn't box before, but he was hitting the bag way harder, way swinging, looking crazy doing it, right? And that just goes to show you that, like, people don't know. People have no idea how this game really goes. You see what I'm saying? Oh, lost you.
Yeah, sorry, coach. Had a call.
Yeah, that's all good. People don't really know. They don't understand, but an experienced person knows. We understand. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm looking at you, and you can lose 6 fights in a row. And you know what I'll say to you? That's okay. Keep going. Matter of fact, I'll give you an example. I had a kid like that. I had a kid that lost like 5 fights in a row as an amateur. Now, in the amateurs, when you lose, a lot of times you feel like you won. Like, I felt like he won. He felt like he won. He didn't get his hand raised. And then he fought in the silver gloves, and he won the silver gloves. Had he quit in those regular shows that he lost, he wouldn't have fought in the Silver Gloves and won. So he won the tournament that meant something, but the fights that didn't mean anything, you know, they were just experience fights, led him to that victory. Your losses will get you your biggest victory. So it's about staying true to the course. It's like you're trying to lose weight and you work out all week and you look on the scale and you only lost a pound or you didn't lose a pound. If you quit a year later, you're going to say, damn, if I would have just stuck with it, I'd have been in shape by now, but I quit after 1 week because I didn't see the scale move. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how boxing is. You're not gonna notice that you got better until you go back to old videos and you're like, damn, I got better. But in the moment, you're gonna be like, man, I feel like I'm not learning, man. I feel like I'm not getting better, but you are getting better. And so are the people around you. So that's why it's hard to tell. If me and you spar every day, in 3 years, we might still be neck and neck. And you might be like, man, I've been sparring this guy for 3 years and I can't beat him, man. Like, or we you know, he's still a tough. I'm getting better too. Right. So we're both getting better. So since we're both getting better, it's hard to gauge, right? But if I stop and you keep training, you're going to get way better. So that's the key, bro. Sticking with it, being consistent and learning the right way. Don't let anybody just teach you anything. Really understand. It has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, question it. Like I tell your dad, if something don't make sense, ask me. I'll answer it. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't trust it, before you do it, let's go over it. And then I can explain it better. Maybe I didn't do a good job explaining it. And if you're dealing with another trainer one day and they're not explaining something where it makes sense to you, you have to say something. You can't just let them tell you to do something because that's your life on the line. Right. So you can't just take anything. You have to understand it. It has to make sense. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting hit and he's telling you keep fighting, and you gotta say, well, hold on, why? I'm getting hit. Like I need to learn some defense or something. You see what I'm saying? Like something ain't right. You know if something ain't right as a fighter. You feel me?
Yeah, even like my POV, when my coach is telling me something that I see, sometimes I'm not discrediting my coach or anything, but I see like maybe a better opening, because my POV as a fighter and his POV as a coach is
What's
different.
a POD? What's a POD?
Personal view, like your own field of view, like your own view of a fight. Or
I've never heard that one before. You just taught me something. You see what I'm saying? POD. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, but your own view of something. So like my view of my fight, like my coach was telling me to parry the jab. My coach was telling me to keep on going. But I saw maybe a little bit better openings where he came in and I was trying to catch him or something. It's just that different things you see in a fight when a coach is looking at it and when a fighter is actually going through it. It's just different experiences.
Yeah, man, and you know what? That is something that's why it takes a chemistry, right? Like that's why I think it's so beautiful that your father is coaching you, because nobody loves you more than your father. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe your mother might be the next runner up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on at your house, but at the end of the day, nobody's gonna love you more than your family or your close ones. So the fact that he's involved with your boxing, he was, you know, humble enough to ask me for my opinion, to pay the money that he paid, to pay me and keep me around and say, Coach, I need your advice on this. They're like, you don't understand how humble you have to be as an adult to do that. A lot of men aren't willing to do that. A lot of coaches aren't willing to do that because they feel like, oh, I know it all. But he loves you so much. He's like, I don't give a shit what it costs. I'm going to make sure my son is getting the best information. So the fact that you and him have a relationship, you guys get a chance to build a chemistry. Example, Raymond Ford. I work with Raymond Ford. I didn't just come in telling him what to do, how to fight, how to do things, blah, blah. I felt them out. Okay, this is what I see, and I felt them out. I got to learn who he was as a person. I got to see how he responded to me. I got to see if he trusted me. I give him certain instructions. He did it. It worked. Then when I see him come back to the corner, now he has big eyes. What do you want me to do? Because I built a trust. But I didn't just come in telling him, yo, we're doing this, yo, we're doing that. Yeah, no. It was, let's build a relationship. Then I have to get to know how he is in certain situations, how he handles certain, so I can say, okay, I know when he's in the pocket, he doesn't like this, or I know when he's on the ropes, he has a tendency to, or I know that he gets emotional in this situation, so I got to work with, and that's where I get to mold and fix and build a relationship. Is a real relationship. So the fact that you got your dad as the person in your relationship is a great thing, because he's going to continue to grow and learn with you, and you guys together are going to get to where you're trying to go. You ain't just going to get there in one day. He don't got to have all the answers today. He's going to earn it just how you're earning it. You're earning it through fighting. He's earning it through coaching you, and that's how it goes. 5 years ago, I'm not the coach I am today. 5 years ago, I know for a fact I'm a 10 times better coach today than I was 5 years ago. And if you want to go 10 years ago, I'm 50,000 times. And the thing was, I thought I was good back then. And I was good enough at that time for what I was doing. But for where I am today, I had to grow into the coach I am today. You know what I'm saying? And that takes time and experience. It doesn't happen overnight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, Coach. I totally agree with what you're saying, because I feel the chemistry you have with your fighter, and the build that it takes for you and your fighter, like a coach and a fighter to develop is a strong hold, even if it's not boxing related. Maybe in life, it's a strong bond. Like even in the ring, professional fighters, like when I saw Tank with his coach Calvin Ford, they have a strong bond. They know each other. They're in the gym together. They're with each other almost 24/7. I mean, they're feeding off of each other, and it's a really good experience, especially to have your dad in the corner.
Oh yeah, man. You know, a lot of people say fathers and fighters don't work well together. You know, I have mixed. I think it's all on the individuals. You know, some coaches and some fighters don't work well together. Other coaches and other fighters work great together. As long as, you know, it seems to me like your father's not living through you. He just wants you to accomplish your dreams. And that's the kind of relationship you guys want to have. When you have a father who's trying to live through his son and do everything through his son that he didn't get a chance to do in his life because he didn't make it, that's when the problems happen. And I don't get that vibe from you and your dad. I get a vibe of a man who, you know, if you decided tomorrow you don't want to box, he's going to love you just as much as he loved you if you're boxing. And that's the kind of person you want in your corner. And your dad's going to make sure that if he, listen, when you go pro, I might be in your corner. Who knows? You see what I'm saying? I might be the second in charge or whatever. You know what I mean? And you never know. So he looks like the type of guy who is willing to do that. So I commend both of you guys for that.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, man. All right, Aiden. Well, listen, I'm going to hit you up. I'm gonna hit your dad up. This is what we're gonna do. We still got me and your dad still got more calls. He renewed his calls with me, so I'm gonna talk to him later. We're gonna create a new plan moving forward. But I'm gonna create it off the fight. So I'm gonna need that fight from. So you know, when you guys get a chance, send me the fight. I'll review it, and then from there we'll move forward with the next steps for what we're gonna do next.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right, man. Talk to you soon. You get let your dad come back on.
All right, Coach.
Yeah, man. Listen, Carlos, I'm so happy, man. Like this is makes me so happy, man, to see you guys working together and winning together. And we're gonna move on. We're gonna keep going. Now I'm motivated. Now I'm like, yo, we gonna really take it to the next step.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's an awesome experience, man, to have just pick up your phone and call someone that has, you know, the good advice, the proper instructions for you to do, man. I mean, you know, uh, I told you my story. You know, we had another coach. He got sick. He's not training no more. You know, he's a very good coach. You know, he helped me with my son, but he got sick. He's not training no more. So I had to take the baton and I had to go out and look for help. That's why I came to you, you know, because I like your style. I like the way you teach, you know, and I felt that your style fitted my son's style, you know, the way.
100%. And let me tell you something. You really made a wise decision because your son definitely fits. Like if I was in a group, I saw a bunch of kids in a group and I saw your son and they said, Coach, you could pick one. I would 100% pick your son as one of them at bare minimum. Like He switches, he boxes, he's got nice style, he got good speed, good power, good
Yes,
footwork.
sir.
I'm a pure boxing purist, so he has all that ability. So I definitely would have picked him.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's what's so good about this 2.0. You know, that's what's so good about this. That I mean, if you want to take your experience, boxing experience, if you've never boxed and you want to box, you know, you need someone in your corner or someone that'll guide you the proper way. And you're the man. You know, I picked you, and you know, and I see my son improving, man. You know, and it feels good to have someone. It's like you're there. You're not, but you are. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I can just pick up the phone, coach. I can call you, send you a message, and you respond quick. You know, you've done it so many times. It just makes you, it gives you more confidence to go out and fight because, you know what I mean? It gives me the confidence that my son is going to perform right because we've had the proper training. You know, we have someone in our corner, even though you're not there, but there's that sees, you know, that sees and helps us correct certain things. And it's just been the best experience, man.
Well, you're very smart. You know, you're a business owner. A lot of people don't know about that, but you are a business owner. So you are a person who understands investing into themselves because
Most,
you had to invest into yourself to start
most,
your business. You got to invest into material, you got to invest time, you got
yes,
to invest in employees. So you understand that
sir.
in order to get somewhere, it takes an investment and a sacrifice. And also it's like the other thing about it is if you want to do something like this is what people don't understand. Look, I'm gonna show you, man. I did this today. I just got this, right? It's a journal.
Right,
So now what I'm doing in my journal, right, is everything I learn,
right,
I'm writing it down. Even though I got a phone, I do it in my phone in QuickTime. And then I also do it in my journal now because I want to get the brain to the paper, right?
right.
And the whole point of it is everything I'm trying to do in life, somebody already did it.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody already laid the blueprint out already.
Right,
I don't gotta necessarily figure this out on my own. All I gotta do is figure out how do I get in contact with the person who's done it before me. And if I can't learn from that person right away, like this, I can learn through reading a book on that person. I can learn through studying that person. I
right,
can learn through courses. I paid thousands of dollars on business courses. If people knew what I spent, they would be like, damn, Aunt, like all of that. And I say, you know what? I'm looking for new ones to buy.
right.
Because for me, it's like, why am I going to figure this out on my own? It's already been done.
Yeah.
So you as a coach, seeking out a coach like myself who, you know, obviously you see the pictures on the wall, you see the USA, that's from the Olympic trials. I've already did this already. You're smart enough to say, Coach Anthony's already did it. I made mistakes. You're saving the mistakes that I had to make.
Exactly.
You're saving the time. I already made the mistakes. I already did this. I could tell you, listen, I did that already, Carlos. Don't do it like that. It's not going to work. Trust me. This, that. It gets you to your destination quicker. And I think that's what people need to understand when it comes to investing. It's not just about what you're actually paying for. You're paying to get to where you're trying to go faster. That's why the new generation should always be better than the generation before. Your kids and his kids should be better than him. Your son should be better than you. Your son's son should be better than both of you because they're learning from you guys.
Right, right. It's passing on.
It's passing on. That's how it's supposed to work. But what happens is in some situations, you got a certain generation that doesn't want to listen or they don't want to learn. And then they end up setting back everybody. And it's like, bro, if we just have a progressive mindset, we should continue to improve and get to our goals quicker because we're smarter now.
Right.
Like, look, we having a conversation right now, and we never, we did meet in person, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have like like we're not in
Yeah,
person. We're
yeah,
hanging out. Look, there's a bunch of people in the chat. We're hanging. It's like we're in a room. How can somebody not take advantage of the internet? It's crazy to me when people say, "Oh, no, that's not. I need to be in person." It's like, bro, what are you saying? You sound crazy.
Yeah, coach. Hey, coach. I don't know who else is doing it. And I'm not saying this, because to I don't know how to say it, but I'm not gonna say this for no other reason, but like I don't know anybody else that does it like that. Like, gets on the phone. Someone that's been on TV, man, has champs, that's been doing, like you say, you've accomplished a lot of things. I don't know who else is doing it like that, man. Someone that, I mean, that's so awesome, that you can pick up the phone, call, and just do what the coach tells you. It's an awesome experience. If anybody is doubting it, I mean, I doubted it, but you know what? I said, what the heck? I'm just gonna go ahead, and it's been the best experience ever. It's a very well invested money I've ever had invested in, besides the stuff I've invested in my business. But this is for my kid. This is for my son. I want him to be good. I want him to be better. I want him to do good in this. And like you said earlier, if he decides not to do this no more, man, that's okay. It's okay. So I'm gonna be there right by him, and I'm gonna try to bring the best information, the best that I can give him, and I'm just gonna keep investing, coach, because I see that this is really helping us. And since the beginning that we started our first call, man, just the program you set for us, man, I've never seen a program like that, honestly. Like, I had my own way of doing things, but the way you had it all set up, it's just, it's high. This is what the pros do, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%. Because your boy has that ability, and also, like I said, man, I've had a lot of experience with young kids. I mean, I don't know if you go back on my Instagram 4 or 5 years ago, you see I had a gym full of kids. I mean, and they were all talented. They were all going to
Right.
tournaments and fighting. So I know what it's like to work with kids. I think like God makes you go through certain things at certain points of your life. Is like all part of the plan. Like,
Right.
I was working with all these beginners in the beginning, and then it went to pros and then young kids. I started getting young kids. They just kept coming to me, and I just kept training them. And then next thing you know, they all became fighters. And
Wow.
it's just like, then it developed. Then I started working with more pros, and then I started working with world title contenders, and we kept losing when we fought for the world title. And then I got another kid, and then we won a world title. And now I got another kid who's on his way to win a world title. And it's like all those experiences, the wins, the losses, the ups and downs, the trying to figure out how to train a beginner, and and then take a guy who's uncoordinated and get him to be coordinated, man. Like, that's where you really learn how to be a coach. Like, not just taking a talented guy who could fight. I take a guy, you give me a kid who grew up in a rich area, who doesn't have no athletic ability, and I can still figure out a way to get the message across, because I've dealt with that already. I've dealt with that so many years in a row. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I'm learning that. Because
yeah, like the way I talk to Aiden, I might not be able to talk to the other guy because Aiden gets it, right? But that doesn't mean Joe Schmo's gonna get it. That guy's gonna. I'm gonna be like, man, all right, everything I'm doing, man, it's like he don't figure it out. And it's like you got to keep on being creative and figuring out different ways to get these people to do basic stuff, like stuff that you would think, oh, he'll get it like that. It takes him a month.
yeah, everybody's different.
Everybody's different.
Everybody's different. And the 5 guys I have that I'm that it's 6 with my son, but I got 5 guys, man, and I got 3 of them that they pick it up pretty quick, but I got 2 of them that started the same time, and and
It's harder for them.
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard, but
But you don't know where they could shine at. Example, let's take this into another perspective. Me, I didn't graduate high school, but I've been a business owner, an entrepreneur since I was in my 20s. I've never struggled financially since I became an adult. I never had like me not going to high school. I mean, finishing high school, going to college did not slow me down in any way because I had gifts in different areas.
Right.
So let's take this to boxing, right? You might have a guy who might not be that slick, might not be able to do what Aiden does, but you take that kid, you get him in shape, you teach him the fundamental. He might fight like my Donna or Mayorga or somebody, but he fucking wins.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh shit, like I figured it out. But it takes time to mold that and figure that out. You might realize, okay, I got to train this kid different.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's where the education comes in. And the only way you're going to get that is through experience and being in the field, doing it every day.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true, Coach. I've been in boxing for a long time, but I've been coaching very little. Like I haven't been coaching for a long time. But I've been in boxing and I know a couple of things, but now that I'm that hands-on teaching kids and guys, hey, do this, throw the jab like this, and they throw it, they don't do it right. And I keep telling them, you got to do it like this. And they keep doing it the same way. They do it once the right way, but then they keep doing it, and I was like, sometimes you're like, how can I do it? How can I fix it? How can I fix that? So you start creating, like you said, and I've experienced that before. I've experienced that.
Yeah, when you have the fundamentals down, you learn how to bend it. You learn how to like bend the rules a little bit, and you learn how to do little things to make it work for that particular person. But first thing first is you got to have a nice fundamental foundation.
And you have it, Coach. I use it. I would have never thought about using a line. You know what I mean? The heel and toe alignment. They didn't teach it to me like that. They taught me different. But when I looked at your videos, I was like, man, how easy is this? And then how to throw the jab, how to move with your punches. I mean, and it's so easy. It's so easy to teach, but it's hard to teach kids that don't pick it up quick. You know what I mean? But the program's so easy. It's so easy. It's for anybody. I have a kid. His name is Eric. Man, he started. Man, he started very slow. Like, I kept him on the line for a while. He would go in there every day, and I could see in his face, we're doing this again. I was like, dude, you got to get this right. If you want to move to the next step, you got to get this right. So he got it right. Right now, man, he's still on the line, but he shadowbox. He throws his punches right. I mean, he looks nice, and that makes me proud and makes me want to keep doing it because I see improvement. I see him growing.
And at the end of the day, if he doesn't want to do it, then you figuring out who's serious and who's not. And that's what it comes down to. And listen, just because you don't want to be a boxer, and you just want to do boxing for fitness, that's cool and everything. I don't have a problem with fitness boxing, but learn it right.
Right.
Learn it right. Like I used to run fitness boxing classes. You can go on that's why I don't delete nothing off my Instagram. I like to leave it. So when people aren't sure about me, they can go to my Instagram and go back 7 years and see the shit I was doing and then see what I'm doing now. And I used to have girls and they only came to box for fitness. They weren't interested in being fighters. They all had beautiful punches, nice jab, cross hooks, everything, because you spend time to develop them. Like you can learn how to do this the right way without having to sacrifice. I'm not going to teach them because they only want to do this for exercise. Okay, cool. That's a good point. But what happens when they throw a punch like this? Oh, damn, here we go. I keep having this issue with my camera, guys. I'm sorry.
All right.
Let me take this off.
All right.
I don't know what I do. My camera just cuts off after like 40 minutes. I don't know. But and there's no timer on it, so it's weird. But let's just say you only got a person who only wants to do fitness boxing. but they throw a punch like this and then they tear their shoulder. Oh, where'd my boy go? Okay, Carlos, I don't know where you went. But you see what I'm saying? Let's just go back to that, y'all. I'm going to talk to the people. If you're teaching your people how to box and they're doing it incorrectly, and that's still a way to get injured. Injuries happen from poor form, poor technique. You understand? Hold on. Okay. So we still have to keep in mind when we're doing the workouts, we want to do it with proper form, proper technique, not just for doing it the right way, but for injury prevention, to maximize the punches, maximize. Yeah, it does seem like my camera goes to sleep after a bit, but I don't know why. Because if anybody's a camera expert, I mean, like I literally don't have a timer on it. It just goes black. It's been happening out of nowhere. I've never done nothing like for it to happen. So I don't know. But I'm gonna switch cameras in a second. Um Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so like what I was saying was when somebody's doing this for just fitness and they're throwing the punches incorrectly, they can still get hurt.
Right. Yeah, they can.
Right. Also, when you're trying to build strength, when you don't throw the punches right, you're not going to get the most out of the punch. You know, if I want to throw a straight right hand or a left hook, I got to throw it correctly so it can bang. And
Right.
that's where you're going to get the most out of the exercise. So I understand people don't want to be fighters, but it's like if I went to yoga class and said, I don't care to be a yogi, but I'm going to stretch wrong. The yoga instructor would be like, no, there's a right way to do this.
Right, exactly.
There's a right way to do this. And you know, this has been going on since the beginning of time. So that's my thoughts on it. You know what I mean? So, you know, I would love to change the perspective on fitness boxing, that people think that, oh, just because we're doing fitness, we don't need to learn this stuff. We just want to burn calories. It's deeper than just burning calories, because we want to prevent problems that can happen later on from poor form and poor body mechanics. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
a lot of people out there that are teaching classes like that. I've seen a couple that they just, you know, they don't teach them properly. They don't teach them the proper technique. They don't teach them how to throw the right punches, how to throw them right, you know. And you know, there's a lot of people out there. I mean, I've seen a couple of them that come to the gym and they just want to come in, and you know, they were going to another gym for fitness, but they came over here. They just want to use the gym for training for themselves and stuff. And I see them hit the bag, and it's like pretty bad. So I go out there and help them out, you know, try to teach them the proper way to do it, how to stand, you know, and, you know, just do it right.
Yeah, man. Why not, man? At least you know you did your job. You tried your best.
That's right, coach, man.
Yeah, but listen, man, I know I took a lot of your time.
Oh,
Give me that fight. Get that fight from me so
Okay.
I can review it, and then that's where we're gonna base what we should do moving forward for the next steps.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you so much, coach.
Thank you, man.
I just want to say this, me personally, anybody out there that wants to invest in themselves, you're the man to call. Honestly, I give my honest opinion. You're not paying for this to say it, but it's the real deal, guys. I mean, just invest, try it out, check it out for yourself.
Yeah, man.
I was hesitating, coach. Honestly, I'm being honest, you know, but I was like, man, you know, I've followed this guy for so long. I've seen his videos, you know, I got to meet him over there in Nationals. You know, I was like, man, you know what?
It's 0 hours.
I'm gonna try it out.
You know what's crazy? I'm putting myself out there, right? I'm a public figure now, and I'm not saying that trying to act like I'm somebody famous.
Oh, no, I understand.
But I'm in the public. So the last thing I want to do is make people say,
exactly,
Coach Anthony took my money and I got some bullshit from him.
No.
That's the last thing I can want. That's the worst thing that can happen to me at this point in my career, because I'm too much on the internet. I'm too easy to, hey, man, that's Coach Anthony, blah, 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 right? So my goal is to make sure that I do the right thing. And if I mess up somewhere, I'm the first one to say, yo, man, my bad. I did something. Let's fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, my goal is never to just take somebody's money and just be like, ruin my reputation.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna ruin my reputation for a couple of dollars. And honestly, what I'm charging is expensive to some people, but it's not enough money to burn anybody.
No.
It's like you know what I'm saying. And I know that's not even on a lot of people's mind, but for some people who may be, because I've been hesitant, like with some programs, like, am I really gonna get that? But those people seem hard to like target, but like I'm easy to target, man. I mean, you find my Instagram, you got, I'm right here.
That's right. That's right. That's true. That's true. I mean, why would you want to, do that to yourself?
Yeah, I'm trying to grow something big, and the way do you do that? Pause. The way do you do that is, you do the right thing and get enough people to do what you're doing right now, which is, talk about the experience.
Yeah, man. And I mean,
you're covering the mic.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's just try it, guys. Honestly, just give it a try. You guys gonna like it. I mean, I promise you. And if you don't, hit me up. Hit me up.
Right. Yo, Carlos, man, thank you so much, man.
All right, Coach. Thank you. Hey, we'll be talking soon.
100%.
Right. Thank you, Coach.
Later. Yo, yeah, I had to say pause there. Let me see if I can get my other camera back in action. Hold on. Hopefully it lasts this time. Pause. All right, hold up. Oh, I cut it on. Oh, here we go. All right, there we go. I feel more professional now. Yo, Pad Work, you want to get in here, man? You want to do our call right now, man? Where you at, Pad Work? I've been trying to get on a call with my man Pad Work for a minute. Hit that link right there. Champ. I'm in a mood today. Pause. Damn, bro, I am wilding out right now. What is wrong with me? Yo, what's up? You don't want to come talk to me, man? See, this is the third time you declined me. All right, I try to hit you up 3 times, and each time you got an excuse, man. Now I'm trying to get you on here. Now you don't want to get on here, man. So you can't say it's me. All right, let me see my boy Sean Breezy. What's going on, Coach? Would you recommend catching a cross like you would a jab in a traditional style? So if I had to, right? So let's go ahead and let's talk about that. It's a good question. If I had to. So if I'm here in a traditional stance, I shouldn't have to block with this because this is here, right? So a traditional stance is this. That right hand comes, bang, right? But if I'm standing like this in like a shoulder roll Philly shell, the reason I keep saying both now is because, there was like a debate by one of my close friends, and he was like, that's not the Philly shell. It's the shoulder roll. Whatever you want to call it. If my hand is here and that right hand comes and I don't time that shoulder roll, then I'm going to catch that right hand with, you best believe I'm going to catch it with the glove. Because if I don't turn the shoulder in time, I need a second line of defense, which is going to be the glove. And even then, I got to ride with that punch. I got to roll with the punch because even from here, bang, I can still feel that impact, right? But when I roll away, I got that there. So am I going to look to catch with the right glove? That's going to be, for me, my personal preference is going to be a backup plan for if the first line of defense doesn't work, which is either a shoulder roll, a block, a slip, or whatever. Well, not a slip, I don't need the check. But if I'm standing right here, this is going to be the second line of defense for that right hand. Maybe I catch the jab and that right hand comes real quick, then I just bring it up a little higher. But I'm not looking to do that, if that makes sense. I'm not looking to catch it with that hand. Okay, I prefer to either catch it with this hand or shoulder roll it or slip it or circle away from it. You see what I'm saying? Okay, my boy Pad Work did decide to get in here. All right, hold on. Oh, he left. As soon as I brought him in, he left. My boy got scared. Yo, I'm starting to think you shook, man. I'm starting to think you shook.
Yo.
There we go. There we go. I started to think you scared, man. I started to think you scared.
Nah, man. What's up, coach?
What's going on, man? So for those of you guys who don't know, my boy hit me up a while ago. We've been planning to do this coaching call for quite some time. I'm not even going to count this as the coaching call. I just want to come in here and actually talk to you for a second. But what's up, man?
Right.
Talk to me, man. Let people know what you do. Let people know how you got, a hold of my stuff and what made you even hit me up for my stuff.
Yeah, man. So I'm a coach, and I'm also I'm aspiring coach in here in Chicago, and I've been learning boxing with other coaches over here, but I wanted to expand my knowledge. And man, your videos were helping, man. Like the snippets and all of that. Man, I'm gonna check them out. I'm gonna check them out. So I got some of it, and I couldn't stop, man. Like the knowledge was there for me to expand, right? So I be teaching kids and amateurs myself as I grow in this boxing, man. So and I could honestly say that I'm learning it the right way. Like I'm in the trenches with the boxers. I'm in the trenches with my coaches as well. So the fact that stands, man, like and with you in my side, like the knowledge is there. So they call me Baby Yoda for a reason, man, because they know that my information and my IQ is there. So and I apply it in the ring. So I'm growing, man. So thanks to you.
Well, that's what's up, man. That's dope to hear, man. And how old are you and how long have you been in boxing?
Man, I took it really late in life, man. I'm 39.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Whoa, you look like bro. I'm mad. I thought I looked young. Now I'm like, I don't look young at all. Yo.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So yeah, I took boxing. I took boxing when I was like 33 or 34.
Tell me this dude don't look like he 20, 21, yo. I'm tight right now. What are you? What are you? Filipino?
Yeah, I'm Filipino.
I knew it, man. My fiance is half Filipino, so I'm very familiar with the culture,
yes,
and
sir.
I can just tell right away, man. So that's what's up, man. That's super dope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Asians, man. I got the Asian genes. I got the Filipino genes, man. We don't age until we're like 60.
Right.
When we're 60, 63, then you just see us old.
They say Filipinos are the most happiest people.
Yes, sir. We are. It's just the simplicity, man. It's the simplicity of it all. Like we came from farms, from farms and mountains, and the only thing that we need is food and shelter and family, man. So, I'm never forget where I came from. So, being here, I'm privileged to have all this access of information, man. And what I'm saying, like when I also help out the amateur boxers. Like I have four. There's four brothers in the Philippines that I help out as much as I can, whenever I can. They're amateur boxers, and I ship them used gloves and used shoes, and just check in here and there for them. So giving back to boxing is one of my things too, bro.
That's what's up, man. That's so dope to hear, man. And you're a big supporter, man. So I gotta appreciate it. Even when you have a lot of followers and a lot of people messaging you, there's always those few people that's been supporting for so long. You notice it, right? Like I still notice it when you like my stuff, even when I got 2,000-3,000 likes on my videos and stuff like that. I can still see you, even though I don't like saying your last part of your name right there, that pad work poppy. I don't feel comfortable saying that, bro. Like I gotta say pause every time I mention it, But at the end of the day, I always see your stuff, and I've seen your mitt work. You send me your stuff, and I see that you're getting better, and
Sure.
that's something that I'm gonna be rolling out in the future. Just so you know, man, I'm gonna be definitely coming out with a mitt work guidance and in a series and something like that to really help coaches to the next level, because mitt work is one of the main things that catapulted me in this boxing thing. I started off as a guy who really promoted mitt work. Like back in the day, I was always posting mitt work, mitt work, mitt work, mitt work. I feel like I'm at a stage now where I'm kind of at that other level now, where it's like now I'm really, really like taking fighters to a world championship level. I still do the same amount of mitt work. I just don't post it
Yeah.
as often as I used to. Where back in the day,
Yeah, I've been
like,
there. You inspired me, man. You inspired me to be like, all right, I gotta get in. I gotta get in this, and I study this, man, because it's honestly an art, and it's honestly something that people could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and expand their repertoire as a coach, man. And I love, like, when I'm meeting with my kids, when I'm meeting with my fellow stablemates, man, I'm like, time passes by so quick, man. I love it, man. So the knowledge is there when you want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for you, I the southpaw techniques and how to mid southpaws and all of that, man. It's just man, it's I'm just thankful. I'm grateful that you're on my side.
yeah, man, that's what's up, man. So we'll get on our call this week, man. I'm really working on getting organized, just so you
Yeah,
know. So I'm like really working on that, tying that in. I got so much on my plate. I just had a daughter. Um,
sure.
I
That's
just came off of a fight with Raymond Ford. I tweaked my back. That's a whole other stories. I've been working on rehabbing that. Um, and of course, I got the business and everything. So I just been like all over the place.
that
And
you got.
Raymond's also back. Raymond just got back in camp again, so it looks like he's gonna be fighting again real quick, like from one fight to another. So
Hell
just a
yeah.
lot going on. But at the end of the day, I want to get with you personally to see how I can help you and guide you in some other stuff, because
Sure.
you have a lot of potential and you're humble enough to learn, and that's the kind of people I like working with.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and I know I understand you got a lot on your plate, man. I'm a dad myself, so I understand, man. So
Maybe
anytime, like, all right, let's get a call this end. I'm like, nah, so it's cool, man. Just let me know. I'm very easy to like talk to, man, and for sure, for sure. Just I'm excited with your future. I'm excited with my future. And I'm happy that we just linked up, bro.
yeah, man. Best years are ahead of us, man. We just got to keep going, man. So, all right, man. Good talking to you. Thank you for getting in here.
All right, coach. Yeah, for sure.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
Later.
All right. So big shout out to my boy. Yo, I see you in here. You want to get in here and talk to me real quick? You want to get in here and talk to me? He gets around. I do pay attention. Hit that link, man. I don't know how to say your name. SY316. Like, you got a lot going on with that name, but get in here and come talk to me, man. I know you in the community. I'm having fun chopping it up with you guys today, man. This is like a beautiful thing to talk to people who actually deal with me on a personal level, a part of the community, watch the courses, invested into the courses. And just so you guys know, if you guys are interested in getting being part of it, I actually got the crazy sale on the website right now, man, CoachAnthonyBox.com. If you guys are serious, I might even give you guys a special deal right now. I didn't even plan to give anybody any deals or any sales or anything like that. I just wanted to get in here and talk to people, and really just chop it up. I didn't have no plan. I'm not even like, this was just like click and go. The reason I really went live tonight is because my boy Aiden won. Carlos' son Aiden won his fight, and he was just like, yo, we won. I was like, we won. I'm like, shit, we going live. We going live. We got to talk to the people, man. So, it just really excites me when people that I deal with on a personal level, share their wins, man. It's just dope, man. It's just definitely dope. If anybody wants to get in here and talk to my bad, y'all. I don't know what I pressed. if anybody want to get in here and just talk to me, if you guys have any questions that you may want to ask, that link is right there for you guys. All right. Okay. Here goes my boy.
Hey, what's up, Coach Anthony?
Yo. So all right. So what's SY316? Like, can you I want to say it right. What is all that?
First of all that's garbage. Only thing that's matter is the first name, SY, Sai.
All right. So what's up, man? So listen, I always see you sparring. I always see you posting, and I appreciate that because sometimes you know how the communities go. Sometimes people are shy. Sometimes people don't want to interact. Sometimes I'll post something and there'll be 40 people looked at it and only 2 people will say something, and I'm just like, all right, well. What are y'all doing in here, right? Let me get some activity from you guys. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta be shy, right? So talk to me, man, and tell me a little bit about your story, how you got into boxing, how you got hooked up into my community, and what you like about it. What you know, let's get to know each other a little bit live.
All right, say less. Pretty much, man. I started boxing after my mom passed away. You feel me? When I was 19.
My condolences.
I just thank you. I just needed something to kind of do. You feel me? So I got into boxing, lost a bunch of weight, fought a few times, got my ass beat. You feel me? Kind of stopped a little bit, and now I'm slowly getting back into it. You feel me? At the age of 30 type shit.
But yeah, but listen, I see you. You're getting in the ring. You're sparring. You're active in there. So,
Yeah. It's a lot harder at 300 pounds, bro.
How much you weigh?
300.
You 300?
I'm 300, bro.
Oh man, I don't want to get hit by you, man. Jeez, right, boy. You ain't even got to throw the punch hard to hurt somebody.
100% on that.
Oh my God, man. Yo, where you from?
I'm from the Bronx, man.
Oh, so you in New York? You're not far from me. You're about 2 hours from me right now.
For sure. You gotta get Fast Eddie Chambers out there, bro. Let them know I'm out here.
Damn, you want to beat up on Fast Eddie? What Eddie do to you?
He's on my list of post heavyweights I can try my hand with. So that's the wish list, Coach Anthony. You feel me? You in New Jersey? I take an Uber out there with you guys. Pop my hand.
So where do you train in the Bronx?
Nowhere, bro. I'm kind of just doing it by myself, pretty much.
So those gyms that you're sparring at, where is that?
That's the Chelsea Piers in Manhattan. You feel me?
Oh, okay.
So they have little fitness classes and stuff, and every so often they get together to spar. So I just go in there and spar, get pointers and shit.
Okay, all right.
But I originally started training out in Gleason's and shit. You feel me?
Okay, all right. So tell me more, man. You're 30 years old. You're 300 pounds. You hit like a Mack truck. So
maybe.
So what are your goals? What are your short-term and long-term goals with boxing? You know what I'm saying? What are you trying to do? You just having fun with this? Are you looking to lose more weight because you said you lost a bunch of weight? Or are you looking to pick up some more fights because you said you got your ass beat? Now you want to beat somebody's ass like Eddie Chambers, but maybe you might want to go ahead and take another kind of a fight. What are you
Eddie Chambers is a good loss. You feel me? It's like losing the floor. You just brag about it.
Well, so talk to me, man. What are your goals?
Pretty much, for me, just get back into it a little bit, lose a little bit, lose weight. I used to fight at 165. You feel me?
Damn.
That's a long time ago.
Damn.
But that's pretty much it. There's a show in Gleason's the end of the year. I'm gonna try my hand at that. So, give my best shot. You feel me?
Right. And you know what, man? You're young. You're 30, right?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? When you're 30, you think you're old. But when you get older than 30, you realize 30 is young.
Bro, I 100%. I felt when I first started boxing, I was fucking old.
That's what I'm
starting
saying.
At 19, 20. You know the vibes in the gym. Too old to learn new tricks. At that time, everybody's already champion already. Like Canelo and shit, getting belts and shit at 19, 20.
But this is the thing. This is the problem. When people get into boxing, they get into it a lot of the times for the wrong reasons. Right? You don't want to get into boxing. Don't get me wrong.
being a world champion, fantastic. Getting,
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
that's all great. Even I thought at one point I was gonna eventually be a professional fighter at a world championship level and all that. So I understand you gotta have a dream. You gotta
The goal. Yeah.
nothing wrong with that because you may accomplish it. But at the same time, if that's all you're in it for, it's kind of like this. It's like if I did this, what I'm doing right now, right, which is sell courses, give people access to me, do YouTube. If I only did it for the money, like, what if it made no money? Now I'm gonna be depressed, right? Now I'm gonna be like, damn, man, like this, I'm wasting my time. But I love this shit so much that I do it for the money and I do it for the love. So whether I make money or not, I'm happy because at the end of the day, I'm doing something that I enjoy to do every day. And you know, you hear that all the time from the successful people. Do something you love. Do something you love. You'll feel like you never work. I can attest to you that that's a fact. That's a fact.
I agree with you
I
100%,
live it.
man. Especially now, like on the outside, you know, like I kind of train like some of my friends who like, I used to box or whatever, and like meet like a lot of these underground, like street fighters and shit, that do the Rumble in the Bronx and shit like that. And I kind of like pad them up and give them tips too. And I've learned that like I really like doing stuff like that, on some fake coaching shit. I ain't no Coach Anthony or nothing, but you feel me? But I really enjoy that.
If you actually cut on the courses you bought and studied, you're gonna learn from me. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, facts, yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what people don't understand. Like, listen, anything I want to learn, I can either buy a course, I can go on YouTube, look it up, and I can learn it. That's what the same thing with boxing. For some reason, the boxing culture feels like you can't learn on a video. It's like that's the furthest from the truth. You can learn anything on a fucking video. Like literally, right now, I can learn how do I set up a live stream so I could talk to people. If I never did it before, I could set it up, and now I'm doing it. I don't need to bring in a technical team to go ahead and set this up. I just look it up. So I want to learn 100%. How to grab. I could watch a video that I made. You could watch a Coach Anthony video. Like it's really amazing that people still in this day and age feel like, oh no, I can't learn from a video. Like
that's the old mindset, bro. Like I said, even with these street fighters, like I meet them, I spar with them. I be like, yo, like you ever boxed before? They're like, nah, I learned everything off YouTube, studying these old fighters and shit like that. I'm like, oh wow, because like, bro, like pretty good. Like you almost got me. You feel me?
I mean, listen, there's always something different when you're in person and you got a coach. I'm always the first to say, if you could find a good coach in your area to work with you, by all means, work with them. But that doesn't mean you can't put in some extra homework by studying courses, by studying fighters, by learning more, because that'll fast forward you. It's like when you was in school and you went home and you wanted to do some extra work, you got extra credit. And that's how you could look at it as well. And people don't get it, but when you start to really do it and apply it, you're like, damn, okay.
Facts. Like I got my bullshit shoulder roll from watching like James Toney old sparring videos, like not even his fight, just from watching that. And then like from your Philly show course that I got too, helped me get better with it. You feel me?
Because you can understand what he's doing now. Because you can
hear 100%.
And now you can watch the video with the explanation and say, got it. Now it makes sense to me.
Yeah. But, you got to put the time in. You feel me? That's all that is.
That's all it is. You got to put the time. So what, you at work right now or something?
Yeah, bro. I'm at work. I work overnight. So okay. A lot of times I'm missing your lives, you feel me? But you went live at the right time at 12.
Hey, that's what's up, man. Listen, man, we're gonna do some more talking, man. You've been a pleasure to talk to, and I really appreciate you staying active in the community. Keep it going. You know what I mean? And we'll do some more of this, man. You've been a pleasure.
You bring Eddie Chambers out, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you might scare Eddie away. You see, he ain't pull up. He's probably in the chat somewhere, scared to get in here. All right,
man, nice talking to you, man. Big fan, both of you of Eddie. I love everything you're doing, man.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate your support, brother.
All right, man.
Later. Yeah, man, super dope. My boy Sai, funny as hell, man. It's funny how he laughed after every punchline he hit. Yo, that dude funny as hell, man. Big shout out to Sai. He's literally in the community posting, sparring, man. This dude is tough as hell, man. I definitely don't want to get hit by his ass. I can tell you that, man. I might not even want to hold mitts for him. He might go ahead and knock my shoulder out of place or something, man. Your boy, 300 pounds ain't nothing to play with, man. Guys, if you guys want to get in here and chop it up with me, man, as you can see, we just kicking it. Hit that link, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit that link, man. Come chop it up with me, man. We're just talking about
basically how everybody who's been working with me in the private community has been benefiting, man. And to me, that makes me so happy. Like that motivates me. Like, look, it's 12:25 at night, and I'm super pumped right now. Like, there's people in their bed. Some of y'all probably just laying down, like, yo, how the hell Coach Ant got? Like, I'm pumped right now. The moment that Carlos hit me up and said my son won, I just got pumped. I was like, I'm definitely going live. I did a poll saying, should I go live? I was just going to talk about like some Ryan Garcia stuff and blah, blah, blah. And like, that's old news already, right? Like, we saw what happened last week. You feel me? Like, whatever. But then, like, when I hear my own people winning fights, I'm like, now that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then I see people who show support, who've been supporting what I've been doing for years, and now they're coming on here and talking about it. It's just super humbling, man. And I just love connecting with y'all like that. And I don't know if y'all could feel the love through the screen, if y'all could feel the genuineness right here, but it's genuine, man. You know what I mean? I truly appreciate it. You know what I mean? So listen, I'm here, y'all. I'm here to, chop it up with you guys. And as always, guys, if you want, you guys can always go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. Okay, listen, I got the Master Boxing Bundle on there. It comes with a free coaching call, comes with a 30-day plan. Okay, and right now, where it's priced, I'm going to be doubling the price. So simply just go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. If you guys want to go ahead and take advantage of the sale that I got on there, now is the time to do it, man. I'm being honest because it's really a no-brainer. I got all my courses too. For the record, all my individual courses only $97 right now. So like, let's say you don't want to get the Master Boxing Bundle, you don't care about the coaching call. You're like, Coach, as much as those guys just said your program's great, I don't care. I ain't paying for it. You can still go ahead and get any course you want from the website, $97. All right, I got 16 for you to choose from right now. Everything from the basics all the way down to the Philly shell, all the way to how to fight a southpaw. And if you're a southpaw, it doesn't matter. Every single how to box the opposite stance is really for southpaw and orthodox. Okay, it's for both. But not only that, guys, every course is mirrored in southpaw. So if you're a lefty, there's no reason for you to say, oh, well, I'm a lefty. Do you have a lefty course? It doesn't matter. Every single course is mirrored in southpaw. So you can watch any of them from a southpaw perspective. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you can go ahead and learn that. Everything from build you from the ground up, 1.0, 2.0, footwork drills, defensive principles 101, which is the A to Z on the fundamentals of defense. How to set traps and counter punches teaches you how to come back with shots after you make a guy miss, right? You don't just want to make a guy miss. You got to make him pay. Angles and how to create them, right? You can't just try to do angles. You got to set them up. You got to create the angles. The 150 combo package was 50 to the head, 50 to the body, 50 head body. Of course, we got how to box the opposite stance, as mentioned before. We got the Philly shell, how to shadow box for all my people out there who don't know the correct way to shadow box. Drillers make killers for all my people out there who want to learn how to drill the basic fundamentals. Okay, so you can go ahead and get prepared for sparring. Maybe you're a coach watching this and you want to go ahead and prepare you guys. All the stuff that I got on the website is designed to get you from point A to point B. Point A to point B, to from A to Z is really what I'm trying to get at, is to get you from A to Z. You can come in knowing nothing, and by the end of it, you're going to know what you need to know to either be a boxer or a coach. Now, at the end of the day, you still got to put in work. At the end of the day, you still need to go to a gym with a professional coach if you want to compete, because you can't just fight. You need to have a licensed USA boxing coach if you want to be an amateur. If you want to be a professional, you're going to need a coach. So there's no doubt about it. If you're looking to go ahead and take it to the next level, eventually you're still going to have a coach. Need a coach. But as far as learning the skills, learning the fundamentals, when you get the courses, you can learn at your own pace whenever you want. You want to train at 12 o'clock at night, you got the courses. You call your coach, he's sleeping with his family. He ain't trying to hear you. But guess what? You got the courses. You know what? I'm going to just watch Coach Ant. You got me in your pocket. You got me on your laptop. It's really a no-brainer. You see what I'm saying? For anybody who really appreciates what I do and trusts me in what I am, what I teach. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and see what you guys are talking about in the comments. I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulty here, y'all. So give me a second. King, Thank you so much, man. Congratulations on your baby. I appreciate that. Lance, Coach Anthony, keep teaching. Yes, sir. El Futuro. Yes, sir. Thank you for all you do. Thank you very much. Pad work. I ain't saying your last name. We appreciate you, Coach Ant. I appreciate that, man. My man said you've definitely been an inspiration in the past few years. When I first started watching your content. Thank you so much, man. My boy right here, y'all need to plug in, get the course, invest in yourself. I've been chipping away with them courses one by one. Don't snooze for sure. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate y'all getting in here, man, and giving me live testimonials, right? This ain't like a pre-recorded video with me like hiring people, right? This is like real people who really purchase my stuff. You can look them up on Instagram. You can look them up. I mean, you know, these are great people, man, and I appreciate the love and support. Now let's go ahead and talk some more, man. Who you got between Tank, Haney, and Shakur? Let me tell you something, man. All three of them guys are great for different reasons, right? So you got Tank, who obviously, to me, right now, in boxing, seems to be the most complete boxer. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He can go to the body. He can hit hard with both hands. He can box. You see what I'm saying? He's really the total package. Let's just be honest. He's a superstar. He can fight under the lights. Right now, Tank is the total package, right? But with that being said, Shakur is a fantastic boxer with the amateur pedigree, the Olympic pedigree, with a fantastic jab, super alert. I mean, I've had the privilege to watch Shakur spar in person. I've seen how alert this kid is in real time. Like, his eyes are like this. Like, he's sparring and his eyes are like this. I'm just sitting back. Like, I ain't seen focus like that ever. He's like a cat. Like, you move, he moves. He's ready. You see what I'm saying? Then you got Devin Haney. Fantastic boxer, well-schooled, great jab, good fundamentals, good footwork. Big shout out to Bill Haney, who publicly came on record. Literally, I could find the video when I was on an interview. Here we go. This camera be killing me. I need a technical team. I need a technical team, man. I need to go ahead and get a technical team over here and figure out why my camera keep cutting off. Young Elder, man, thank you for the super chat. But let's go back. Let's go back to what I was talking about. Devin Haney. Big shout out to Bill Haney. Bill Haney, who went publicly and said, Coach Anthony, you've been a big help for me and my son, even though you don't know it. We've watched your videos. We've watched your stuff. We learned from you. Bill Haney came on an interview and said that to me on a live interview on my man Mr. Moonshine's podcast that he does. Big shout out to Mr. Moonshine, Punch Drunk Boxing on YouTube. Look it up, okay? And he literally said that, man. He said that I've been a big part of the development of Devin Haney without me even knowing. So, of course, I got an emotional connection right there. Big shout out to Bill Haney. So, who do I think is the best out of them three? I think that they all could fight. I think that they're all fantastic fighters for different reasons. I think Shakur is super alert, super focused. I think Tank is the complete package. And I think Devin Haney is well schooled. He's had all types of teachers, man, from Floyd Mayweather Sr., Roy Jones, all types of guys down there in the Las Vegas area. I mean, Bill Haney has brought that kid around the block to make sure he learned from the best of the best. And he's been showing it. So he's got a big task in front of him with Lomachenko, dude. We're going to find out a lot more about Devin Haney. We're going to find out a lot more about Devin Haney when he fights Lomachenko. And then we can give you a more proper assessment on Devin Haney. You see what I'm saying? But them three kids right there, would be just, I would love to see all three of them fight each other, mix and match, fight each other. You see what I'm saying? It's just it would be super cool, super dope to see, man. I really don't know who's the best out them three. I gotta be honest. I really don't know who's the best out them three. I just don't. Like, I really don't. Coach, how many days a week do you recommend for a boxer to run? And also, thank you for everything. You answered a lot of questions I have regarding boxing and boxing training, so I want to thank you for that. Thank you so much, man. How many days do I recommend for a boxer to run? It just depends. Okay, like I was telling you guys earlier, that boxing is a very customized sport. It's very customized and it just depends on that athlete, on what they have, what they got going on, and what part of their conditioning they're in, and all that. Like, there's variables. But if I wanted to give you an easy, quick answer, something that you could take, a nugget that you can get out of here, 3 times a week. 3 times a week. Now, I know for some of you guys are going to say, that's not enough. You need more than 3 runs a week. And believe me, I was victim to that. I used to think that. I used to think you needed to run every day. I was one of those guys who ran every day. I was a fanatic about running until I started to get plantar fasciitis in my feet. See what I'm saying? I know other guys who ran every day and then their knees started to bother them, right? So what I'm trying to say is you're not getting ready for a marathon. You are getting ready for a fight. The training that needs to be focused is in the gym. You run a couple of times a week, 3 times a week. If you want to add a 4th day for primarily doing sprints, you could do that. Okay, you can also mix it up the other way where you could do more sprinting other than long distance running. I mean, I don't never recommend long distance. When I say long distance, I'm talking 3-4 miles. But we can mix it up. It just depends. But I'm going to give you 3, maybe 4 days a week of running. If you're doing everything else that's needed to be done, like jumping rope, hitting the bag, sparring, strength and conditioning work, which doesn't always have to be with a strength and conditioning coach. It could just be the strength and conditioning work you do in a boxing gym. Okay? So, with all that being said, I think 3 days a week is more than sustainable and good enough. If your nutrition is on point, let's talk about that too. Let me see if I get my other camera back on. I always feel unprofessional with this camera, man. I try to bring a professional experience, but I'm running through these little difficulties that one day, hopefully, I can figure out. This all started recently. Okay. So, with that being said, okay, let's talk about weight loss for a second, right? Because you got a lot of guys out here who run for weight loss. And that's true. Running for weight loss, it helps. But let's not forget where the weight loss really happens, right? The real weight loss happens in what? You guessed it, the kitchen, right? Your diet. You could run 5 miles. Let's just hypothetically speak for a second. You run 5 miles, okay? You run for 5 miles. It takes you 38 to 40 minutes to run 5 miles, right? Let's just say that anywhere from 36 to 40 minutes to run 5 miles. You burn, I don't know, 5 miles, 700 calories. Good run. You ran 700 calories. You go home. You're starving. You ain't got no food cooked. So you say, you know what, man, I'm just going to get me a burger with some fries. When you see these boxers, man, a lot of boxers, their nutrition sucks, right? So they'll go ahead and get a burger with some fries. I just ran 5 miles. All right. The burger alone is like 1,100 calories. The fries alone is like 1,800 calories. If you had a soda, now you're up to like 2,000, 2,100 calories. You just destroyed your run. And guess what? That's just the meal after the run. Can we include breakfast? Can we include a snack? Can we include dinner? You see where I'm going with this?
you can train as much as you want. You're not going to lose the weight. So what you need to be focusing on when it comes to running, the running is just a supplementation, right, to everything else working together like a fine-tuned machine. So we're running, we're boxing, we're stretching, we're eating right, we're sleeping right, we're staying hydrated, right? We're doing everything in conjunction. We're not just running a lot. We're not just boxing a lot. We're not just starving ourselves because we want to lose weight. You need a significant amount of calories as well to perform. So I just say that to say, I know that wasn't the original question. I know the question was a simple question. How many times do you run a week? But I wanted to give more context for anybody who's in here unsure of why I would only recommend 3 times a week. Because we are not training for a marathon. We are training our legs to be able to work, okay? But we're doing a lot of other things. So if I'm running 3, 5, 8 miles a day, I'm boxing every day, I'm sparring, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's a human body. Something's going to start tweaking at some point. You need recovery. Recovery is where the muscle repairs itself, where it builds. Okay, so we don't want to overdo anything. You got these idiots who overspar. You got these guys who spar way too hard. You've seen the videos on Instagram where the guys are sparring and getting knocked out and falling down, and they are cheering for glory like they did something good. You really think you did something good? You did more harm than good. You earned nothing there. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. It's always cool to clip a guy, bang, oh, damn, I dropped him. Oh, I got some. Okay, I'm cool with that. It happens in the sport. But you're beating the mess out of a guy in a sparring match, thinking that you're doing something. The guy can't even defend himself. What are you learning? What are you learning, man? And what are you doing to the other guy? And what if he dies? Trust me, man, I got some stories. Okay? So, I say that to say, it's all part of a master plan. It's all part of a program that has to be well and fine-tuned. All right. I hope that helped, man. I know I was rambling, but I hope that helped, man. I really did, man. If it helped, if that was helpful, let me know in the chat if that rant was helpful. Guys, don't forget to go to the website, CoachAnthonyBoxing.com. All courses are $97. The Master Boxing Bundle right now is on sale. It will be doubling in price very soon. Okay? If you guys got in here, you know what I'm saying? You guys already seen that people are very happy with the product, and I would love to help more people. What type of diet foods do you recommend for a healthy eating regimen? Well, this is very subjective, right? This is very subjective. So I don't want to give you guys a diet plan. I just like protocols, right? You want to be mindful. You want to make the best choices you can. You got vegans out here, right? You got vegetarians. You got people who do keto. You got people who do different things. You got people who don't eat certain foods due to religious beliefs, right? So I'm not going to sit here and give you a diet per se, because you can talk to a vegan. They'll tell you why that's better than being a carnivore, right? I mean, come on, man. I can find you carnivores that are doing really good with their health, and I could find you vegans that are doing really good with their health. And then we could contradict it and find it the other way around, where you got people who are vegans who are unhealthy. And then you got people who don't, eat whatever they want that are unhealthy. Then you got people who drink soda and all types of foods and they're healthy. And then you got people who drink some soda and stuff and they're not healthy, right? So I can't sit here and give an exact diet plan, but we want to have protocols. We want to make the best decisions. So the best decisions is, I would like to say, is a common sense diet. You know when you're drinking some bullshit. You know when you're eating some bullshit, right? Like if you don't know, then you have to go down the rabbit hole of learning about food. But the main thing is that you don't want to overeat too many calories. You don't want to overeat too many calories, right? You want to stay in a good caloric range. So you have to learn calorie counting. That would be my number one tip for you. If you don't know how to calorie count, you can go get an app called MyFitnessPal. I personally like it. And you need to learn about protein. You need to learn about carbohydrates. And you need to learn about fats. And once you understand protein, carbs, and fats, then you can go ahead and start to customize and design your own program based off of whatever foods you know that you can eat. But the key is to not overeat the bullshit, the processed food, the things that aren't good. You want to learn how to eat enough protein, enough carbohydrates to give you energy, and enough fats to maintain hormone levels. And once you understand those things, you can start to design a diet that's more so something that you can do. You see what I'm saying? I don't have diet plans that I give out to people, but I give, basic protocols. I mean, if you eat meat, you know what I'm saying? Balls, you got chicken, you got steak, you got fish, right? But we're not going to eat like a fucking big ass steak, and like we're going to eat a certain amount, right? Just enough. And then we're going to go ahead and have just enough rice if you want rice, and just enough vegetables, right? That's a nice balanced meal, steak, rice, and vegetables, right? A cup of rice, not a big ass bowl of rice. See what I'm saying? So it takes a little bit of knowledge, yes, but it's really not rocket science. Nutrition is not rocket science. But you do have to make the best decisions possible. Drink water. Don't drink soda. You know what I'm saying? If you want a dessert, you have to have discipline. You got to have discipline. Something that I've been lacking over the last few years when it comes to desserts. But you got to have it if you're a fighter, because you don't want to overeat, because then making weight's going to be a big issue for you, right? So you got to eat the right kind of food. Or if you're going to have a dessert, you have to plan it right. And then you have to just be able to stop yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's the hard part for so many people. You feel me? What's good, coach? Who do you like in the cool boy bullshit? Who do you like in the cool boy bullshit? Is that what you're saying? Or did you write that wrong? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. What's good, coach? Who do you like in the cool boy versus Inu fight? Listen, I've worked with cool boy stuff. Man, I'm messing up tonight. I've worked with cool boy stuff before. I got videos with him holding mitts with him. I've helped him recently, like maybe less than a year ago. I like him. He's from the area. He's good, man. I like Steph. So I'm going with Stephen Fulton, man. I like the kid. I think that he has the ability. I think he got the skills. I think that Stephen Fulton could do it. A lot of people don't give him a chance against NU, man. I've seen the comments. They're like, yo, NU's going to kill him and this, that, and the other. I mean, look, man. I mean, NU's good. But I think that Stephen Fulton is good too. And I'm gonna lean with Stephen Fulton. Keto works for me. I lost over 100 pounds doing keto. We're good, great. Keep doing it. Don't change anything. You know what I mean? I think that if it works for you, do it. You know what I'm saying? If vegan stuff, like Eddie's a vegan. Eddie loves it. Keep being a vegan, Eddie. I mean, whatever. Just find something that works and stick to that. The diet that works is the one that you stick to. You
feel me? That's just the bottom line. The diet that works is the one that you stick to. Thanks for the great live show, Coach. Really appreciate the content, man. Thank you so much for pulling up in here, man. Have you heard any reports on the Spence versus Crawford happening this year? I've heard stuff, but at this point, I'm not even paying attention. I'm just like, at this point, like, whatever, y'all. Like, y'all gonna fight or not? Like, you gonna fight or not? I don't care. Seriously, I don't care. Like, what are y'all gonna do? Now, as soon as they sign the fight and it gets really close to the fight, you know I'm gonna change, right? I'm gonna be like, yo, the fight's almost here. But like right now, I'm like, whatever. Like, it's other things that we could be focusing on, but I'm not gonna focus on two grown men who have the opportunity to make a mega fight that should have fought over a year and a half ago, continue to give each other stipulations. Listen, man, either you're gonna do it or you're not. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. But like I said, once the fight gets signed, trust me, I'll be talking a little differently. I'll be hype about it. Listen, guys, I think I'm up out of here, man. I really appreciate everybody who came in here. I appreciate everybody who came in here and gave testimonials, man. You guys have been the best, man. You guys are definitely gonna help me be able to show the world that I'm trying to do, that I am doing, and will continue to do, and continue to grow and get better and improve the product to help as many people as I can through my coaching, through my courses, through my private coaching. And if you guys are interested in working with me, guys, go to the website, man. Go to the website, CoachAnthonyBox.com. Grab a course. Once you grab a course, shoot me an email. Say, hey, Coach, I want to know how I can go further with you. We can go ahead and talk about that. Or get the Master Boxing Bundle. You automatically get the coaching call. You automatically get the customized plan. Okay, so you can go ahead and move forward and do your thing with this stuff, right, guys? I'm obviously selling a product, but I'm delivering on the product. And that's what I want you guys to understand, right? Like, yes, I got something to sell you, but yes, it's going to be worth it. And if you guys want to go ahead and learn from me, man, this is the easiest way to learn, man. You simply will have a coach in your pocket, in your house at all times. That's my goal. Again, thank you to everybody who pulled up in here. And I will definitely be back. I want to start organizing some more live content. So if you guys have any suggestions when I end this live, just drop a suggestion of what you guys want me to talk about. If there's anything in particular, say, yo, Coach, next time you go live, talk about this. Or next time you go live, talk about that. I would love to learn about this. Give me some suggestions. I would like to go live more often. Yeah, that's all I got for tonight, man. We've been on here for 1 hour and 47 minutes. So I want to say thank you to everybody again and have a blessed night.